Um, so what happened last time? A lot of stuff happened. No, when do you guys do it? I want to talk. I want to talk. I need to talk a lot tonight. So I'm going to talk. I'm not going to do this one. You guys do it.
Oh, so if Dennis doesn't
Oh,
get to talk, we just get to make it up. So it was a smashing success.
yeah.
Mhm.
When I administered the murder drugs to everybody, they died, and it was fine. They didn't just get up like floppy-headed monster people. Um, I had to tear their heads off so that they couldn't tell everyone who I was. I'm not sure if headless corpses are that good at writing names down, but it's a chance I was willing to take. I wasn't going to tear their arms off too. We had gone far enough. And took young Daniel, who was turned out to not be possessed, but controlled by evil necromancy. Took him back to Asme, Alma. What's her name?
There you go. There you
Huh?
go. Alma.
Alma.
Yeah.
Took him back to Alma's basement, which is a pleasure house of fun. And some shit happened to Roegor.
Yeah. Turned out I was completely fine. And then everyone all like dead and whatnot. I went around and like looted the entire city. Yeah, and I have all their money now.
Yeah. He died. He died.
Hmm?
Yeah.
um, but he's still walking around because that's the rules now. Apparently, this is real life. And we had some bacon sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then I think what happened is Lorbog and I admitted I don't know what to do. Because he was. Then he just goes, "Well, I know a monster we can kill." I was like, "Yeah, let's go do that." Here, look at this plate. And scream art. What is it?
Howlett's maddening name.
Yeah.
The chthonic owl plate.
Howlett's maddening name. Which didn't work, by the way. Um,
It kind of works.
sorta. Roegor was fucked if I wanted to kill him, if I was ready for backstabs. But
I could just ignore the damage.
shut up. Not when time has stopped. But the thing tried to kill me. I tried to stop it. It didn't work too well because it was in mid-flight. And Roegor started dealing damage. And then we killed it because it was about to murder the both of us. It was a real nail-biter, that fight. Took 3 seconds.
Yeah, definitely was a little bit of rocket tag.
Yeah. Rocket tag. Oh, yeah, and everybody, I left my dossier behind. I've left evidence. It pisses me off.
Yep.
Yeah. And now I have a cool big sword that I unfortunately have to get rid of.
Yeah. What?
Too heavy, too cool.
Is it magical, though?
No, not that I know of, at least. I don't know. Can you tell if it's magical?
What the hell? No, I'm not a real wizard. But I might be able to get somebody who can. Listen, that's not the point. We're still doing a recap, for Christ's sake. Well, that was kind of it, I guess. Oh, then, and they're following the trail. They're like, they were at the guy's cabin being like, tell us about the little person who stole your things from you.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Bill, what's his name? Bob? It was some,
Who, the foreman?
yeah.
Ross.
Ross. Yeah, Ross. Ross is a fucking snitch.
Well, Ross didn't even know you took it. You remember?
I saw him gesturing
Oh, I know.
height.
Yeah,
Motherfucking snitch. You don't give
sure.
take my name out of your mouth when it concerns the police.
Mm,
Crazy? Yeah, so
fair.
anyway, we're in the pit.
He's a little stressed with the death cloud.
You're the GM. You're not supposed to be Ross. Stop defending him.
Look, I like Ross. He's a working man. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Who wants to write bonds?
Damn it.
Nah, I'm good.
Let me double check my bond with Roegor, because I'm pretty sure we felled a great beast together. Roegor is dead because of me. Oh, right. I'll at least follow his lead to its conclusion. Yeah, it's Roegor time. I'm relying on Roegor. My methods are not working out. That's the bond I need right there.
Alright.
Oh, I had a bond with Locke. Well, I guess I don't know if he's dead yet, so I need to keep that.
Well, me technically he's not dead yet.
Yeah, I mean you can. I mean,
He's a
it'd be
headless
hard
corpse.
to
Or a
talk to
headless
him right
body.
now. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
The
you
one-
can dig him up.
The one I wrote last time, right, was because I was about to get into Mortal Kombat with him. And I wrote the bond I wrote with him. But this time, now that his head is severed and buried in an herb garden out behind Alma's place, it's still the same bond, because Locke is the biggest threat to me. He must die first at some point. If there's any rules anymore.
Right.
So that's the bond I need with him. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we've just killed the guardian of the magic circle. You're down in the pit. The guards are kind of all around it, watching. They sent someone off to go tell someone. It's definitely a cause for some excitement. But yeah, you guys, I think, wanted to look around this room.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's some bookshelves, and like you can see some books on them. Like some of them look like they're obviously like torn and destroyed, but like there might be some that are good. Guess definitely gonna get at least one thing. Yeah. Looking around for literally clues. Sure. Someone discern realities then. You'll get something, but there's at least one additional thing here. No matter what. So.
Who's gonna discern the realities?
You roll it. It's a wisdom roll.
I have 0 right now because I'm confused.
You're both bad.
Oh, okay. We both have 0?
Well, Roger's playing with his sword, so maybe I'll just roll it. I have a 0 too.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
You can gasp, help each other, maybe.
Yeah, I guess I'll aid you.
Okay.
I guess I hold the lantern while until you have light to read with. Okay, yeah, you get 1.
All right. Damn it. Fucking knew that was gonna happen.
Okay. So you guys start to look around the place. Picking up books that fall apart and stuff. And you're starting to think that there's nothing usable here. Until like you find one book. It's probably like the thickest one that you can find. When you pick that up, it doesn't fall apart, and like you carefully open it up, and it's legible, and it's got some drawings in it. And it's like, all right, awesome. But then you hear some commotion from above. As more guards have come over to look into this pit. There was big excitement here. You guys have been fighting a weird guardian. And you guys look up and you see like some these other guards talking with the ones that were around the circle, and like, yeah, they killed it. It's right there. Oh, they teleported. Weird. Um, and they look down, and like they see this child or halfling person holding a book with this big scary dragon person uh, over her, and you you see them like kind of like huh, um, looking a little too inquisitive maybe. Um, yeah, I think one of them just kind of cups his hands just to kind of shout down, just what does he say? He says um hello down there. The both of you. Um, who might I? What might I call you? You've done the city a great service.
Yeah, I just call like I just call. I'm Roegor. I just look at. I guess if Whisperwind like doesn't introduce us, then I say the other chick. And this is
And my
Whisperwind.
name is.
So this is
My name is Harriet.
Of course. Oh, Harriet, of course. All right. Okay. Just okay. Just Rogor and Harriet. Very good, very good. Um, I would implore you not to touch anything. This who knows what could be destroyed, fragile materials and whatnot. We're I've been told that experts are coming. Someone who
I'm
might
sorry.
be able to...
I'm sorry, sir. Are you saying we're forbade to touch anything, or that we probably shouldn't?
Um. Yeah. Okay. He says. Yeah, I think he does think about it a second, and then just Well, it does belong to the city. So forbade. You will be compensated, I assure you. But please, why don't you come up here? And you see him like turn around and say something to like somebody that you can't see.
I turn to Rogor and say, I'm not going up there under any circumstances.
What'd you say just then? Near you.
I'm not going up there under any circumstances.
I mean, we have to go up there eventually to get back out of this hole, unless you want to, I don't know, stay down here forever.
Yeah.
I'm a pit person now.
It's like shrug.
Yeah.
I'm like, all
Yeah,
right.
tell them that. I've journeyed far to study something magical. I simply can't bring myself to leave. You could tell them. You could tell them I'm a graduate of the academia, so I know how to handle things properly and whatnot. I have an undergraduate degree.
All right. Yeah. Well, I shrug and I'm like, I'm like, all right, if you will, if you think you can handle things here, I'll head up and wait for those experts. See if they can find anything. Yeah, and then I go over to like, I don't know, wherever the rope is.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think like both of your harnesses wound up getting snapped when you got hit by the gigantic sword, but yeah, the rope is still there, so you can like, and they'll help you like hoist you up.
Yeah, I'm probably heavy. I'm at 12 loads, so I'm heavy as fuck.
Yeah, it takes most of the guards to just like haul your ass up.
Well, I want to be clear. My harness didn't snap because I took this son of a bitch off the moment I was down there. I didn't trust those guys to pull me up out of this hole.
Right, I know. You wanted to like snap it. Yeah. The big sword helped. So you get pulled up, Rogor, and you can see all the guards now, right? And this new set, right? I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know if you noticed them before. I mean, the foreman's hut is only so far away. But and you never really met the foreman either, huh? Anyway, the one guard that was talking to you, he's like he was gesturing at this civilian. Um, he's kind of a tall man, bald, wears sweatpants. I forget if he has facial hair. I forget how gross I wanted to make this guy. Maybe a handlebar. Who knows? Um, picture your favorite version of Carl from like Aqua Teen or whatever. That's this guy. Um, and and yeah, when you're up, that guard and his group, they approach, and yeah, he extends his hand. Let's see. I need to give him like a Guy McPherson name. Um,
Roy.
his name is Kevin. I already have a Roy. He lives in I guess there could be two Roys, but his name is Kevin. Number 23 on the list of most popular names. Um, so yeah, he extends his hand. He says, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Roegor. I'm Kevin."
I shake his hand with my gross hand, and like I was like, I should like nod. I'm just like, hello.
He
So
regrets it immediately. Um, and he says he looks at you like studying you, right? And you're big and scary. And he says, "Would you mind coming to the palace for some questions?" It seems he looks back at Ross and he says, "It seems well." He looks back down. He looks at Ross, looks back in the pit. We have some questions for your friend as well.
Hmm. Oh, I nod. I just like I'm like, and why? Oh no, she's not coming up. She wants to study things. She graduated from some school. I forgot what it was.
Yeah. And they nod, and that's fine. I was told that you produced a legal writ. You're working for Our Lady.
Yeah, I nod and like grab it out of my bag. Hand
Sure.
it to him.
He looks it over, verifies it, and he hands it back, and he says,
Mhm.
"Very good. What do you know of that one in the hole?"
The monster or
Well,
her.
it's yet to be discovered if she's a monster or not.
Okay, the dead one.
The little one.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, not much. She's some sort of wizard. Um, as far as I can determine, that's about it. Really.
All right. And he says, well, right now she's a suspect in an investigation that I'm working on.
I should like, nod, and I'm like, yeah. I should like nod, and I'm like, oh yeah. I should okay.
And I would like your cooperation. You understand what it seems like upon first glance. It seems you're working with her.
Oh, threats now. Oh.
Yeah, I was like, well, I was like, well, yeah. I said, well, I suppose I am if you mean by we've killed the monster together and we're investigating what's going on around here.
Right? He puts up his hands and he says, "That's all well and good, but this investigation that you're apparently working on together, well, she might be part of it."
I was like, nod, and I'm like, I say, okay.
I'm gonna be straight with you.
I said, yeah.
None of these are real questions. We will take her with us. And we'll take you with us if we need to. I would like you to come with us. We would really appreciate your cooperation. And he looks back at all of the guards.
Mm.
At which point
Yeah, I'm
Roegor
like,
becomes a terrorist.
so what exactly was the last thing you said?
He said that he would appreciate your cooperation and then looked back at all of the guards that he has with him.
But I get my cooperation. How so?
Kind of like pinches between his eyes. We're going to apprehend your associate. When we do, we would like you to come with us to the palace for questions. And again, none of this is a question.
I'm like, yeah. I shrug and I shrug and I'm like, I say, okay. Well, I suppose this palace is my next step anyway. It's the only place that I suppose that needs investigating.
Okay. So, okay then. Well, they're about to do a thing, but while they're having this conversation, Whisperwind, you're alone in this hole with this book. What are you up to? I don't think you can hear their conversation. I mean, I guess you have some weird move that maybe you could like. What do my child ears hear? But yeah.
Well, no, I'm like they start pulling him up, and and then I see them all like pull him up and get him out, and I'm just looking around this fucking place, like Plan B, or we might be at G at this point. Yeah, I'm definitely. I spend a moment surveying an area, if you would.
All right.
Yeah. What can I see here that no one else can?
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm okay with this. I think you've already found everything that's in this room with the some realities, but so like that doorway that was caved in.
Mm.
Like there is a way out that would have been out of this room, but then the rocks and all that. There's a gap in the corner. No full grown anybody would be able to fit through there. But you're a little halfling girl.
That's right.
You don't even wear shoes. You could probably squeeze in there. Now where it goes, who knows? If you look down, if you look into it, you can tell it goes kind of in though. It's not like just a little dead end with another rock.
Who here is a sucker for a pretty face? I'm just kidding.
Which one of these books?
Well, now I know that answer. I know that answer, I believe. I guess there could be that answer. Screw that one. Okay. Is there a trap or ambush here? And if so, adonde?
Well, I think now you can see, like, because he stepped forward, and I think you can see Ross up there now, like just standing there. He's not saying anything, but he's up there with the guards, and obviously he was already talking with them. After this talk with Roegor, unless I mean, who knows? Roegor's kind of a wild card, but um, they're probably going to come down here if you're not going to come up. That's your ambush.
Okay. So down here, there's some kind of book.
Yeah, you like. There's a bunch of books, but like they're mostly destroyed and awful,
Yeah.
like illegible. But you found one that's like it was the biggest one that you found, and you pulled that out, and it was legible and it had some drawings in it. But then you didn't have time to look at it before the guards.
Oh, damn it. This is definitely a magical book. Like, so I could just, like, leave it and be like, hey, you know, don't chase me too hard. Here's a magical book. I didn't steal it or something. But now that sounds like a lame-ass defense. So I'm just going to take the book, too. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
And what... Oh, I meant to ask this, too. What is lighting this place?
The sun.
So it's just the sun down from the hole.
Yeah.
So-
The pit is like the size of this room, and it's like it's not incredibly deep. It's
Yeah.
pretty much completely exposed to the sun.
But it's pretty much shadows everywhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm just running to the hole.
Okay. Okay, yeah. You scurry into this little hole while they're talking. Sure. It's like it's real dark in there. Like you know. Do you go in head first, or do you like back up into it so you can like peer out? It does look like it goes in a ways, so
Yeah. I mean, I'm keeping my eyes out, but I'm also trying to just move. Like, I need as much of a head start as I can get.
Okay.
But I'm not panicked.
Of course not.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So you scurry into the hole. At this point, I think like up above, like Roegor, you've like, oh yeah, sure. The palace sounds like a place I need to go next anyway. And he nods at you and he says, "Well, thank you." And then the guards around the hole, like they have all this like lengths of rope and stuff. They've like hooked it all up, and they're throwing it down so these guards can like. I think like the guards like look down and they don't see her, right? And like they freeze for a moment, and like he curses under his breath, and yeah, he starts like shouting orders, and like they start to climb down, him and his men. You look down and yeah, like she's gone.
Would I have to roll to have left 2 shadow fingers that go like this? I'm just joking.
No, you don't. You don't leave a little calling card. All right.
I'm innocent.
So-
Calling card.
Okay. Yeah. So they get down to this pit and they start to like, look around and like, look into the shadow, like the shadows of like whatever the sun's not, obscuring. And I mean, yeah, I don't think they noticed the crack in the stone, like the other little gap. But yeah, they're down there and like there's just nothing. So Kevin leaves some of his men down there just for a second as he climbs up with like 2 or 3 of his guys. And he says, you said she graduated from some school. Which one? What kind of school?
Yeah, I said, it was some kind of academy. The academy.
Yeah, he All right, come with us, please.
Hmm. I should not. I nod and I'm like, all right, all right, I need to make a stop first on the way. If you want to wait.
He gestures for his men to come up because they have these like pit people to the pit guards to watch. I think by now, like some more guards show up with like some sort of like official looking guy. Um, he looks like he's probably a council member actually. Um, and uh, and you say that, and he says, we don't really have time for that. You understand what the situation is, yes?
Hmm. So, yeah, hmm. Which situation? The whole people not dying thing?
My God, he hates you. Okay. Um,
What? What situation is he talking about?
right. Okay. He says, um, okay. He says, sir, if you won't cooperate with us, we'll have to take you by force. You are also a suspect.
Yeah, I'm just like a suspect of what? I'm just like just conversating.
Um, I want you to parlay with him. You have that writ. That's the only reason I think he's even being
Okay, good.
like even talking to you like this.
9 0. Oh yeah, right.
I didn't see any warrants. Just to say
Sorry?
that.
Hmm. Okay. He wants some sort of proof. Well, this was really like you weren't really trying to convince him of something. This was sort of like what he tells you and stuff. So you have the writ. You killed the guardian. What does he want?
Love. Just like any man.
Yeah, he you're well. Damn. Well,
Well, you have to
okay.
put like a requirement on him or something, like,
Yeah.
or he'll give him leave for a certain amount of time, but he has
Yeah,
to
that's what
report
that.
himself.
So that's what I was thinking. Like, because there is no reality where he just lets you like go
Yeah.
off alone at this point. Um, on a 10 plus, I think he would have been like, okay, sure, fine. If it'll mean you come with us, then we'll stop at your fucking place, whatever it is. But with the 7 to 9, because he's gonna tell you something to just fucking move this along. But he will not. He's not gonna let. There's no stops. Either if you want to go somewhere, you're gonna have to fucking get away from these guys. But that's on you. He says, believe your friend to be a suspect in a beheading.
Multiple beheading. Not that I did it.
I'm sure you've heard of it. It's sort of the talk of the town.
No, I've been ill the past couple days.
The captain.
Oh no, wait, yes, I did hear about it here actually. Now that you
Yeah.
mention it.
Yeah, that's right. We did hear about it.
Yeah, the captain of the guard.
I nod.
You understand why we're so interested in this.
I just like nod. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I could see that.
No, sir, the time for talk is over. Come with us now, or we will take you by force.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm just like, fine. Well, yeah, fine. Come on. Yeah. I start walking towards the whatever you call it. Walking towards like the palace.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The palace is like on the other side of town, but
Yeah.
um, sure. Yeah. Okay. So you're a very big man, um, with lots of armor and lots of weapons.
Yeah, there's a fucking. I have a massive sword,
Yeah.
just like I don't have like a thing for it, so it's just slung over my shoulder, you know.
Right. Right. Um. Yeah. They won't worry about disarming you until they get to the city. Until they get to the palace. But yeah. So like, most of these guards go with you, because of how armed and horrible you look. There's maybe like 10 of them. They go with you. Which, whatever. I'm sure that number means nothing to Roegor, but
Mhm.
well, yeah. So yeah, they start to bring you to the palace. Um, hmm. Okay. So Whisperin, you've crawled into this hole. Um, it's dark, in here. Um, you can still feel like like the floor, like is kind of like got these like stone tiles, like it's still like, man made or whatever. Um, but yeah, I don't think you can really make out detail. Not right now. You hear some commotion from back through the hole, but it's like extremely muffled. Like you hear the boots hit the ground and stuff, and some looking like, where the fuck is she? Um, but then like you hear them like
Turning over rocks on the ground, looking under them.
Hmm. Well, I'm just gonna keep going. It's very dark, right?
Yeah, like there's really not really light coming in here.
Do you have adventuring gear?
I do not.
No. Yeah, you have a book. You can rub 2 pages together.
Now, I have thieves' tools.
Right. Um,
What could I get out of thieves' tools? Um,
Maybe you can have some matches for lighting fuses or something.
that's not long term very good.
Not really.
Do those guys have like torches or lanterns or something on them?
The guards?
Yeah.
Not really. It's
Oh.
like the mid. It was like morning.
Oh, I was if they did, you could like hand some from them.
Um, okay, I'll start off with matches. But I'm gonna look for stuff obviously around to start making some kind of torch with, or something.
Okay. Sure. So you like strike a little match and start to like look around this room. Um, sure. Why don't you discern realities?
Oh, I don't need to do all that. Hang on. Oh man, getting all the XP today.
Fuck. Oh.
Okay. Well, um. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, you're looking around and like you got some light, and there probably is some like some wood you find that's like was once like part of the wall or whatever. You can pull off like this, jagged, splintered piece of it. Maybe you could light that. Um, but yeah, it takes you some time to rip this free. Um, and in that time, you hear like some clatter back through that hole, like someone came back into the pit, and you hear them like you hear them walking around like it's one person, and like it looks like they're like looking around and stuff and investigating. And then you can see, I think you can see like through the hole, you can see their boot right in front of this hole. Um, and they stay in there for a bit, and then they kind of like they crouch down, and they can't see inside. It's pitch black in here. You can see their face. And it's one of the guards. But he kind of like he puts his hand up like to hide his mouth, and he just he says he says if you're in there, Lucas is ready to have words with you.
Is he wearing like a whole guard's outfit but blue jeans? Or can you see blue jeans underneath his like armor? Like
Yeah, maybe he pulls up his pants a bit and the cover of the blue
You can
jeans.
see the Wrangler's button.
Oh, damn it. When and where? I'm sorry, I shouldn't scream.
He says,
Okay.
Right, he, gotcha. No. He says, yeah, it's like early morning, and they're gonna be looking for you for a bit. So he says, yeah, he says, he'll be ready all day. Whatever time is best for you. Night, I would assume. He is... Where would he be? He says, he's not at his home. He can't be at the drug lab. That's gone. He says, yeah, I think he just gives you some address, right? I think by now you've been here so long, like, you can figure out where it is. It's in, like kind of the middle class, like, area of town, where the guards would live and stuff, like, people that have decent jobs. It's where Ross lives, probably.
Ross the narc.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not saying it's his house, but...
Does he know it didn't work?
All will be discussed when you arrive.
Oh, God. So that's a yes.
I think he stands up, and you hear his feet clicking as he goes back to it.
He's like, otherwise you would have been surprised. Dunk the last strip of cloth in a broken lantern I found over here in the oil and just go fucking walking.
Sure, you actually you stick the match in it, and yeah, it it's all makeshift and stuff, so like it flares up and you gotta like hold it away from you.
Yeah.
And everything from this point forward is kind of like, half rooms and stuff, like where stone have crumbled. Like, it's very, again, normal people wouldn't be able to fit through here, like big people. There are points where you have to crawl and stuff. So like the room you're in right now seems like it was some sort of like some sort of hallway or something, like a spacious one maybe, but um yeah, you duck and stuff. How far can you get into this place before it's just nothing? Um um okay, we'll do this. Um why don't you divide danger with your dexterity? Like you trying to squirm your way through holes and stuff. Um when you fail, that'll be like, oh, I can't go any further.
Oh my
Well,
god!
okay, well. So you look for a way further, and unfortunately, like the gap you see is even too small for you. Um, and you think like, okay, maybe I can move it with hands, but that might just bring the room, like the ceiling, down on me. Um, yeah, you're kind of. It seems like this is you're going to be your home for a bit. Um, I guess you still have light. You can still read this book if you want. Um, and you can try to head out anytime you want, like back the way you came. But it seems the way forward is not going to happen. Not right now.
Um,
Yeah. Well, when I get back from maybe killing everyone in the palace, we can.
I have this big fucking book, and I can't go any further. Um, yeah, I just kind of like dump everything out of my hands, and reach over to grab the torch as it's starting to light some other piece of fabric on fire. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
stamp that shit out. And like lay the torch down, maybe hanging over a ledge of some sort. A desk, maybe.
Wedge it between some rocks or something.
Yeah. Looking up at it, because it's a bad torch. Like, it's a bad torch. Like, I've got all these strips of cloth, it's not like the right kind of fuel or something, and it's like it's dripping these hot embers every so often. Pretty sure it's going to catch my hair on fire.
Yeah.
But
Because it kind of makes it a little hard to breathe in this hole too. So you get real low to the ground.
yeah. And I like collapse, just fuck. And look blank for a good minute until I give up and I go grab the fucking book. And I'm the wizard in a dungeon, stopping everything to read a book.
What have you become?
What have I become? There won't be great secrets in these tomes.
Okay. So you sit down to start reading.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to Roegor. Well, actually, I think we're about at an hour. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right, at.
Okay. Then yeah, how about we take a quick break, and then we'll jump back in with Roegor.
Sweet.